I'm Joan Hall, and I'm the president of the Jefferson Park Neighborhood Association. I'm here to talk to you about mini dorms. The building that's going up in back of me is one of those mini dorms. This building is a 7-bedroom, 7-bath, 5-car parking building that's going to probably house students. We're in Jefferson Park. We're a centrally located historic neighborhood near a university. We've always housed students, and we always will house students. We need the students to survive. But these buildings, like the one going up in back of me, are more like dormitories. We're an R1 zoned neighborhood with a bit of R2 thrown in, but mostly R1. These buildings are dormitories. They don't belong in our neighborhood. They can't be sold to a single family. They're always going to remain dormitories. So I'm here to talk about what we're doing about this. We are an older neighborhood. We are under other threats as well, not only the construction of the mini dorms, but also the widening of Grant Road, for example. The fact that we have older neighbors who move out into the foothills or into other places, and their sons and daughters don't want to keep their houses, so they rent them. That's not really a problem. We have older housing stock, and of course that deteriorates over time. But overall, we have lots of historic properties. We're in process of getting our historic nomination. We're trying to preserve these historic properties because this is Tucson's heritage. These houses were built just after World War II when Tucson was growing. A lot of them have very unique features. They're absolutely worth preserving. Once we get our historic nomination, that will help preserve somewhat. Mayor and council also initiated a process called a neighborhood preservation zone overlay. So this is a zoning overlay. This process was initiated about 5 years ago, so we've been working on that and have put considerable time and energy into it. It will, if passed by mayor and council, it will offer us additional protection. It won't keep our historic homes from being demolished, but whatever is constructed in their place will be more compatible with the architecture of the neighborhood and will have additional privacy mitigation features. You can see from the building in back of me that I've got some half a dozen windows overlooking my backyard. According to the realtors we've talked to, this kind of building, having one of these next to your property, lowers your property values by about 20%. If you have a balcony overlooking your backyard, which many of these buildings do, it could lower your property values by about 30%. So it's very important that the neighborhood act together and act in concert with other neighborhoods that are facing these kinds of threats, so that we come up with common strategies that will work to preserve our historic stock. The Neighborhood Preservation Zone Overlay is one of those. We're also working to inform people about, for example, what I just mentioned about loss of property values. We're trying to get people together in meetings and on listservs so that people understand what the challenges are, understand what the risks to themselves personally are, and get them to lobby mayor and council to enforce R1 zoning, which is the obvious first step. So our critical date for that is June 21st of this year, when this issue will come before mayor and council in a public hearing, and we certainly hope that they will pass it. But the threat doesn't end there. The encroachment by outside forces is ongoing. We have to work together as neighbors in the neighborhood and with other neighborhoods to come up with common strategies to address this threat. So I'm Joan Hall, and this is my commentary, and we hope that you will work in your neighborhood associations and with other neighborhoods to stop the mini dorm threat.